The news, the United States is making it clear it has not gone to war against North Korea. John Jessup has that.
That's right, Pat. North Korea's foreign minister considers a tweet by President Trump a declaration of war. National security correspondent Eric Rosales reports on the war of words and what could happen if the North carries out its threat to test a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific Ocean.
North Korea's top diplomat accused President Trump of openly declaring war on his country. The foreign minister of North Korea claims in this tweet, which states Little Rocket Man won't be around much longer, gives the rogue nation every right to strike back.
Since the U.S. has made a declaration of war, we will have every right to make countermeasures, including the right to shoot down the United States strategic bombers, even if they do not come into our airspace.
The State Department rapidly pushed back, telling CBN News the United States has not declared war on North Korea. We continue to seek a peaceful denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Pentagon officials also spoke out, defending the right to conduct flyovers, including this past weekend's show of military strength, as B-1 bombers and F-15 fighter jets flew along the North Korean coast, farther north than any American aircraft in decades.
It is our hope that they stop these provocations and their pursuit of their nuclear program. Again,
if they do a nuclear test?
Well, again, that goes back to, our job is to make sure that the president has those options. We've got a deep arsenal of options to provide the president to make a decision if that were to occur.
If North Korea follows through with a hydrogen bomb nuclear test over the Pacific, radioactive fallout could be catastrophic. Thus far, all 6 North Korean nuclear tests have been underground, containing the radioactivity. But the threatening H-bomb test would destroy or contaminate marine life. Plus, the wind would send a radioactive cloud over populated areas.
We are approaching a Cuban Missile Crisis-like situation. Okay, the threat of nuclear war is not necessarily high, but it's real.
Daryl Kimball, executive director of the Washington, D.C.-based think tank Arms Control Association, believes the U.S. needs to consider how involving other countries might help cut the escalation cycle.
The Chinese, likewise, could play a role in brokering a conversation. The Security Council could meet and bring the North Koreans into the conversation in closed-door setting. There are things that can be done to establish a dialogue that reduces the risks. And now's the time to do that.
It's unclear if North Korea even has the capability to perform a hydrogen bomb test. However, it's safe to assume the North Korean dictator means what he says and will act on it. Eric Rosales, CBN News, Washington.
And Pat, to Eric's point, every test that Kim's threatened to do, he's actually carried out.
Well, as one congressman said so cogently, this is a country run by a crime family. This is nothing but a crime family, and all they care about is keeping their own power. Didn't he take anti-aircraft guns and shoot people? I mean, didn't he do that? Didn't he have one of his own relatives murdered? This young man doesn't care as long as he keeps power. But the idea of a atmospheric test of a hydrogen bomb is unthinkable. Because of the fallout and the radiation that comes from it. This is unthinkable, but he might well do it.